Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the LSU Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Offense in a split backfield. Leaves it with the running back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity. I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
With jet sweep pass. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here.
And you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to go up top. Trying to get to him. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Line gets set, first down. to the ground with the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On the option. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it, using his legs to buy some time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Takes it on the shovel. At the 35, he's open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
Johnson wants to throw it. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
From the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. And when those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in the rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Here's the handoff. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing
game. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Give to the running back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. And the Mustangs want to move quickly. Here we go with the run on 4th down. The Mustangs have enough for the first down.
And on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, going up top. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you can tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yeoman Stadium. They're up by 7 over East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he strides zone. Touchdown, SMU!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse.
Makes the catch down the right side. And he's running in the open. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, SMU 10, LSU 7.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The back goes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
He's down at the 23-yard line. Third down coming.
So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I love the type of throw there by the quarterback, throwing to his running back on that angle route. That cannot be a bullet throw. He just puts enough air on it, makes it an easy catch for his running back on the move. Running back makes the grab, and he's able to advance it.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Offense getting set for first down. Johnson looking to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop call and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
He breaks a tackle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll lead the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
And they run the option, and that had no chance. And the QB, you could tell something was a little bit messed up, and he starts to run. It goes nowhere. Defense swarms him. That is the play that we don't want to run again.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Handoff to the single running back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally, and they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Throws for the tight end. Holds it in. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Just beautiful. And that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
To the air on first down. Fires it. He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play on. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that, too.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Calls his own number. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. It might be a gamble to go for it on fourth down. With that distance, it's a real gamble to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for it. I know I certainly wasn't. I don't know about you guys. I thought that was going to be a throw, but they caught him off guard running the football, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the right. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to East Carolina. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Throws to the tight end. And it's his 4th interception of the game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Oh, what a grab by the defense.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, hey, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done, too.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
LSU 27, SMU 10.
The Mustangs will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Pulls it and fires to the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
At the 26-yard line. Good enough.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive in the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Gain of 1. Third down coming up.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Mustang!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
The offense set for a first down play. Johnson looking to throw. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On second down, looking again to throw. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. There's a live football. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
And when you're on defense, and it's wet, and it's rainy, you know what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Hold it, finds his man on the left.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting the first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
Now the offense has it 1st and 10 from its own 11. He'll ride his man on the option. Runs through a tackle. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Johnson wants to throw it. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Tulane is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base. They're trailing by 14 to East Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Give to the back. At the 45, on his way. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Here on third down for this offense. On the option. He'll pitch it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, SMU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was weak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hecker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Will take over. First and 10.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath. or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 34, SMU 24.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Johnson looking to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get into those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. On the option. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Wide out in motion. Try to get it to the edge. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Motion from the offense. They give it to him again.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
LSU now operating in the red zone. They'll go to the toss. Headed to the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Running back goes in motion. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Powers through. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even bringing it out of the end zone. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Touchdown, Tigers! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to Charlotte. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
And that pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
First down here for the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll try the run. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. The option look. Now the toss. Touchdown LSU! And the stomping has commenced. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run it from the gun. Nice move to keep running. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on 2nd down from the 5. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
1st down here for the offense. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee.
Step it up.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. He will take a knee, and the defense can stop the clock one more time, but this one is just about in the books.
Oh, man. Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. Ready, set. Let's get in that end zone. Who has it up, man? We have it up there. There's a point on the ball. Let's get in the end zone.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.